In this video, I will show you how you can set up remote view of your AHD CCTV camera system on a computer. I have here two AHD cameras that I have connected to this DVR, and the output of these two cameras is what you are seeing on the screen. This is the setup that we'll be using to demonstrate the remote view of AHD CCTV camera systems on a computer. If you already have the AHD CCTV camera setup like mine, to begin the remote view setup, we'll need an internet router or any kind of internet source that you can plug into your DVR. I have here a router, which is a SIM router. I have inserted a SIM card, a GSM SIM card, which will provide internet to this router. So the first thing to do is to plug up your Ethernet cable into any of the LAN ports from the router, and then the other end of the cable from the router will then be connected into the Ethernet port of the DVR. Now that internet has been connected into the DVR, we'll log onto the DVR to pick the remote view ID of the DVR to be fed onto the computer for the remote view. So on my DVR, I'll right click and access system setup. Under network, you can see the Cloud CID of the DVR here, and you can as well see that my DVR is online. It's indicating that it's online because I've connected internet into it. So we'll have to note the Cloud CID of the DVR, which we'll be using on the computer. So we can exit from this point. On the computer on which you will do remote view of your CCTV cameras, you require a CCTV video management software installed on the computer. On my computer, I have a video management software, or a VMS 6100, installed on my computer, and I got that software from jovisionsecurity.com. And under the support tab, when you come to download, you'll be able to access that VMS software. When you scroll down, you realize that the VMS software, the VMS 6100 32-bit, and then the VMS 6100, the same software, the 64-bit. So depending on the kind of operating system you are using, you will have to download either the 32-bit or the 64-bit of the VMS software. So now that I have already installed it, I will go ahead and load it up on my computer. This is the login page of the VMS 6100. The VMS 6100 requires that you create a user account on it. So I'll go ahead and enter my password to be able to log into the software. Once I finish entering the password, I'll click on login. This is the main interface of the VMS 6100. At this point, we'll come to device management and double click at it to open it. This is the device management page, and what we'll do now is that we'll be adding the DVR to the VMS. So we'll come to the top here and tap on add device. At this point, we would have to use this dialog box to help in adding the DVR to the VMS. At this first point, add device mode, because we are adding the device by Cloud CID, we are supposed to have the Cloud CID add by Cloud CID selected. Under device name, this is where you are required to enter the name that you would have given to your DVR. But if you haven't named your DVR, you can leave this space empty. At this next point, we are required to enter the Cloud CID of the DVR, of which we picked up from the DVR. So we'll enter the Cloud CID here. Once it is entered, at username, if you have changed your username, you would have to put in your username here, but mine remains admin. Under password, I will have to input the password of my DVR. So I'll put in the DVR's password here. Once those details are entered, I'll hit on the enter. So you can see the DVR listed here, and under status you find that it's written unknown. The DVR will be assessed, and then you can see right now the status has changed to online. That means that the DVR is available for us to view live online. If you look at this point, you realize that the device type has written NVR. We can simply come to this point under channel. We can right click and select correct channels. When you tap on it, it gives you the chance to select the right credentials about the device. So at this point, device type, we can change from NVR to XVR, and then we can select OK. So it has changed the device. Now what we'll do is that we'll go back to the device management page, and then when we come down to video preview, we'll double click at video preview, and you can see here that we have XVR 1/1, which means an XVR is being detected. When we click at the arrow here, it lists the device, indicating that it has 4 cameras. So what we can do is that we can further double click at this device to load it up, and you can see that the device is trying to load up. You can see the first camera, and so we can as well come down here to select the split screen, and when we select 4, you can have the 4 split screens displayed for you. My device is a 4-channel DVR, but as we saw earlier on, we connected 2 cameras, and you can see those 2 cameras online currently, and we can view them very clear. You can improve your picture by changing from SD to HD so that the picture will be finer. And so this is how you can add your DVR, or you can do remote view of your DVR from any location that you find yourself in the world. If you have any comment or question about this video, please feel free to drop it in the comment section of this video. I will answer all of your comments and questions that come up. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.